championship between these two teams and the Westminster Owls. South Carroll Ross 9-4 overall, 6-1 in the county. Liberty 7-4 and 5-2. This is a rematch from a game a week ago in which Liberty won 4-2.
Well, it's a very exciting thing to look at the recent history between these two schools. In the 1997 spring season, South Carroll swept Liberty. 2 wins in the regular season, scores 11-9, 11-10, very close contest. Playoff time on this very field last year in the playoffs, Liberty knocks off South Carroll 11-10. So, strangely enough, Liberty actually has a 2-game winning streak against South Carroll. And how often do you get to say that anybody in the county has a winning streak against South Carroll? So a lot of interesting mechanisms and interrelating things as far as this contest goes. The matchup of the teams, the implication for the county title, and even as you compare the strengths, you know, South Carroll, a midfield-dominated team on offense, Liberty, an attack-dominated team on offense. Liberty, kind of the new kid on the block, and I'll tell you, Coach Sal Picataggi, he really has a chip on his shoulder about this. Do we get enough respect in the county? So all these elements come in, and we've got us a dogfight.
I think it's going to be a great ball game. We call it the battle on the south side of the county. Indeed, a battle tonight. The Lions and the Cavaliers. Again, the county championship on the line. We'll take a break and come back with all the play-by-play here from Liberty High School. The Cavs and the Lions coming up next on PB3 Sports.
Stand by. Coming into Bryan in 5, 4, 3, 2. Take camera 1.
Tonight from Liberty High School in Eldersburg, PB3 Sports presents the Carroll County High School Lacrosse Game of the Week, the South Carroll Cavaliers and the Liberty Lions. The starting 10 looks like this for tonight. For the Cavaliers, starting on attack, Andrew Bettis, Ryan Wynn, and Jesse Bupert. Starting at midfield is Mike Rabinovitz, Rob Onda, and Mike Orr. And on defense, Alec Erth, Ryan Vanderlinden, and Greg Will. In the goal for the Cavs tonight, Nick McCready, who had 10 saves against Liberty last week. The Lions starting 10 shaping up like this. On attack, Pete Epic, Mike Pearsall, and Kevin Roy. The midfielders are Tim Chairs, Tom Friedman, and Chris Gooding. On defense, it's Scott Carter, Justin Felmy, and Scott Sanders, and Bryce Sowers in the goal. And what a week Sowers had a week ago. 15 saves against the Cavs, 36 saves in 3 games, all wins against South Carroll, North Carroll, and Francis Scott Key. And Bryce Ross getting some attention, not just in this area, but around the state.
Oh, Bryce is an excellent goalkeeper, and an interesting thing, as important as a goalkeeper is to a lacrosse game, he's hot right now.
About to get things faced off here. Liberty in their home white, South Carroll down from Winfield in their road black. The Cavs will work from right to left. Mike Rabinovitz set to face off. The Lions and the Cavs underway here from Eldersburg. Mark Onheiser doing the duties for Liberty. South Carroll controls. Here's Rabinovitz. A 2-goal win for Liberty 1 week ago, 4-2. And a very defensive-minded kind of game. South Carroll with a chance, and just like that, it's 1-0 as Jesse Bupert scores his 17th of the season. 1-0 Cavaliers.
There's no special strategy behind that. Bupert saw an opening. He leaned his shoulder in to gain some position. He just went straight to the goal. With the position he had as tight to the crease as he was, it was shoot or lose possession. He shot and was successful.
What a confidence builder for this South Carroll team, a team that struggled offensively last week. 2 goals in the entire game, and they scored this week in just 17 seconds.
Keep in mind that South Carroll had been down 2-0 at halftime in that first contest.
Cavs win their second face-off. On to controlling. Goes right side to Rabinovitz. The Cavaliers on the attack again. Rabinovitz eyes the goal, hits the left pipe, comes back in the crease, and Sowers will clear it out. Downfield to Felmy. Liberty working at the goal to our right. Kevin Roy.
His dad, Mike, was a fine club lacrosse player on the original Carroll County Lacrosse Club. Many say Kevin has the hardest shot in Carroll County boys lacrosse this year.
55 points, 30 goals, and 25 assists. He's had a great season. Pearsall trying to shake his defender. Gets a shot off, and it's wide. Kevin Roy in the area, the senior attackman. Liberty will retain possession. Good crowd on hand tonight. A big rivalry between these two schools. And as Ross mentioned earlier, Coach Sal from Liberty trying to get some respect for this Lion team. Sometimes the forgotten Lions, and they've won 2 in a row against South Carroll, including the playoffs a year ago. And they also beat the Westminster Owls a year ago in the postseason. Roy out to Pearsall, looking for a quick stick and a little off the mark. Nick McCready will clear out for South Carroll as Felmey's denied. Here come the Cavs now, and Onda. Rob Onda, one of the tri-captains for the Cavaliers.
And no fast break. They're going to settle the ball on offense.
Mike Rabinovitz and Greg Will, the other captains for the Cavaliers. Their head coach, Jeff Alasakis. Sal Picataggi in his first year, the head coach for Liberty. The Cavs on attack, being patient. Back out top to Schaefer. New midfield line in for the Cavs.
Interesting style of substitution for South Carroll. If you watch, they run their substitutes in through the defensive end.
Cavs showing a lot of patience, spreading things out. Pat Wynn, little give and go with Schaefer. Schaefer couldn't control the pass. We have a ground ball. And we'll get a push here. Liberty possession.
Please keep in mind, we've had some very foul weather, some pouring rain earlier in the day, and although it's not raining now, the field's very slick, the footing treacherous.
And a shot and the score for the Lions. And Liberty is on the scoreboard. It's 1-1. Tim Shares with the goal. Tim's 12th of the season. And a 1-1 tie.
Tim, a tremendous athlete, a good soccer player, a good lacrosse player. It was a power move, although this time you're looking at a shot from near the top of the box. He squared himself. He had the power to keep the defender off to his shoulder. Got a nice hard low shot that went in.
Chris Gooding wins the face-off for Liberty. I mistakenly called him John Onheiser earlier, and I apologize for that. Our Liberty roster, a little out of whack with some numbers, and we'll try and get that worked out for you. A 1-1 tie, 6:38 to go in the first quarter. Lions possession.
It was a loose ball hold. It's just a loss of possession.
Gooding toward the goal, and he scores! Over the shoulder of McCready, and the Lions lead 2-1. Number 10 for Gooding here in 98.
He faked the hard shot and kind of threw, you remember the old Ephus pitch where you take something off it and put a little arc on it. He kind of juked the goalie, McCready. McCready was not expecting a soft shot like that, kind of like a knuckleball in baseball. It's not where you expect it. Bloops right in the cage.
Gooding and Rabinovitz will face off again. Gooding did a great job in face-offs a week ago. He wins another one here. And that a real critical factor, I think, Ross, when two teams match up evenly. Still a ground ball near midfield in front of the Lions bench, controlled by the Cavaliers and Greg Will. And the Cavs looking for a break in Rabinovitz's stick.
South Carroll willing to settle things down. You can see how high the emotions are.
Onda for the goal, and it goes wide right. Bupert's back there. Cavaliers have possession. Bupert in the corner, now back toward the goal. Near side to Mike Orr, the senior midfielder.
This time when Buford got near the crease, you noticed the quick double team. They weren't going to let the same thing happen again.
He got off an easier shot, much easier shot earlier. As Rabinovich goes down, we get a hold called on Liberty. So South Carroll will have possession. Ted Skokas, one of our officials tonight. And Cavalier possession. Mike Rabinovich, quite a season, 47 points, the third leading scorer in Carroll County, behind the Fisher brothers of Westminster. Looking for that goal right now. Little quick stick opportunity, but denied is Ryan Wynn. And the Cavaliers come up with it with Chris Gooding. He clears upfield.
Nice clear by the Lions. They'll set things up.
Liberty possession. Roy behind the goal looking for cutters. 4:38 left in the quarter. And he had one, but the pass just right.
This is an ideal matchup for Liberty. You have a short stick from South Carroll defending behind the goal.
Kevin Roy's quick stick attempt unsuccessful. And the ball is out of bounds. And it goes South Carroll's way.
Yeah, excellent check. Knocked the ball out of the stick. There was no trip. Just because somebody falls down doesn't mean it's a trip. Good call by the official.
A wet field, as Ross said. The grass very thick and very slick. We had a lot of rain today in Carroll County. And a slight chance of showers, the forecast for tonight. But partly sunny at game time. Temperatures in the 60s. And the Cavaliers, Gooding had it, got popped, and here come the Lions with Felmy.
No fast break.
And that shot is wide right. Good hustle by the Lions in transition. Pearsall downfield to be in the area where the ball left the playing field. 3:43 left in the first quarter. Pearsall on the near side. His pass is intercepted by McCready.
Forced a right-handed pass, and that unfortunately went too close to McCready, who alertly had his stick up.
Ground ball at midfield, picked up by Pat Wynn. The Cavaliers now on the attack. A shot and a goal for South Carroll's Ryan Wynn, and we are tied at 2 apiece. Number 24 for Ryan.
I had to suspect that Sowers was facing some sort of screen. Not a whole lot on the ball, but it looked like Sowers had a difficult time getting his stick in the appropriate positions. It just skipped over the head of his stick into the net.
Pat Wynn giving credit for the assist, and the Cavaliers knot things up. Gooding about to face off for Liberty against Danny Stansbury for South Carroll. Gooding's had a great season in face-off, 69% successful. And deadlocked at 2 apiece. Gooding wins the face-off.
That's 3 straight face-offs won for South Carroll. They dropped the first 2, but they won all the rest.
Dave Martin substituting, has the ball right now. He gets checked, and we get a flag. And a push technical.
It's a push with possession, so in this particular situation, it's a 30-second infraction.
So Liberty will have the man advantage for 30 seconds, our first man advantage of the evening. And a chance here for Liberty to attack with the extra man and retake the lead. 4 10-minute quarters in high school lacrosse. 2 timeouts per half. Kind of a sloppy pass out of the zone.
With the man advantage, South Carroll was so packed in the man down D, they couldn't afford to contest it.
And there's the shot and the score for the Lions. And Liberty retakes the lead. The Liberty faithful of it. Mike Pearsall with the goal. Tom Friedman giving credit for the assist, and South Carroll down by a goal, 3-2.
Nice extra man play. Ball movement gets that defense rotating. It opened up Pearsall inside. Friedman saw the open man, dumped the ball to him, and it was a goal.
Rabinovich wins the faceoff. South Carroll quickly, almost an opportunity for a win as they got downfield awfully quick. A 3-2 Lions lead. And a hold against Liberty. It'll be South Carroll possession. Onda at the point out top. Jeff Alasakis, the head coach for the Cavaliers, replacing Gene Brown. Rabinovich down near the crease, and there is the goal for the Cavaliers. Quick stick from Andrew Bettis, and we're tied at 3.
Bettis, the pass to him was low. He just kept going low with his stick, followed it well with his ball, followed the ball well with his eyes. Once he got it in his stick, he knows if he stands up, he gets plastered. The only thing he can do is from that crouching position is try and get a shot off. A successful low shot.
Number 10 on the season for Bettis. And a tie game, our third tie of the evening. And the same face-off matchup here, Gooding and Rabinovich, with 1:59 remaining in the first quarter. Illegal procedure called on the Lions, so the Cavaliers awarded face-off.
Yeah, it's movement for the whistle after the command of set.
Mike Orr subs on the fly. Rabinovich takes it out wide right. Buford behind the goal on the near side. Rabinovich looking for a clear, and he is denied by Bryce Sowers. And the Lions control the ground ball. The Lions looking for a break, a fast break.
Well, a very different type of attack from Liberty as opposed to South Carroll. South Carroll, despite the rapid first goal, we have a timeout called on the field.
Liberty calls a timeout, and we'll take one as well. 1:09 left in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 3 apiece.
Kraus Ford Sales, located in Tawnytown and Westminster, has been serving your transportation needs since 1931. With over 65 years of combined sales experience, Jerry Harris, Carl Ebal, Jay Mulliken, and Tom Kraus offer that personal touch of salesmanship often missing today. At Kraus Ford, they continue that personal touch with a commitment to provide a fair price and excellent service on your purchased vehicle, with an up-to-date service department and certified mechanics with many years of experience. You can be part of a good sales experience at Kraus Ford Sales, Route 140 East, Westminster, or 11 Atrium Boulevard, Tawnytown, Maryland.
Bullocks Airport Inn serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Delight in our daily all-you-can-eat buffet. Bullocks offers a wide variety on their dinner menu, from steaks to seafood, including Nancy's homemade crab cakes. They offer daily specials. On the weekends, try Bullocks Breakfast Buffet. Before you leave, try one of Nancy's homemade desserts, from red velvet cake to apple pie with your favorite ice cream. Every Monday evening on the buffet, barbecue ribs. Every Tuesday evening, Swiss steak. And on Sundays, a full buffet of carved roast turkey, ham, and beef.
Did you hear the rumor?
Bryan McLean, Ross Burbage back here in Eldersburg. Well, we're tied at 3 apiece, and these two teams have already matched their goal total from a week ago when the Lions won that contest 4-2. Liberty on the attack now. Mike Pearsall behind the goal. Misfiring was Kevin Roy. We apologize for some Liberty confusion. The roster structured a bit different than what we're used to. And we're getting the numbers and the names straightened out for you. Liberty working to our right. .30 seconds left in the quarter. Pete Eppig had a notion toward the goal. He was cut off by Stansbury.
And we've got a flag down. That check may have been a little high. Could have put some forearm underneath that helmet.
Liberty has a chance to try and finish it off. And now they blow the whistle. The pass intended for Pearsall.
He's just saying it was up in the head, as Mr. Skokas says, but he's going to call that a hold. So we got a 30-second penalty.
So Liberty with a man advantage for 30 seconds.
And they converted last time they were up by 1. There's a good possibility they may hold the ball for these remaining 7 seconds. That way, as opposed to a face-off to start the second quarter, they would just begin in the same area of the field with possession.
And still have a good chunk of time left on their man advantage, 23 seconds. We'll see what the Lions decide to do here. It appears they will do that and have possession when the second quarter ends. The first quarter in the books here from Liberty. We expected a close game, and so far it has lived up to that billing. We've played 1 in Eldersburg. It's Liberty 3, South Carroll 3. Stay with us.
Bill Swaggerty here. Now's the time to stop by Wheeler Chrysler Plymouth. See the 1998 Sebring LXI, an irresistible blend of luxury and sport, or the Sebring Limited Convertible with year-round capability. Both dressed with rich interiors, multi-valve V6 engines, and race-inspired suspension. Consider the Cirrus, a perfect balance of safety, comfort, and performance. Or the all-new Concord with a spacious 6-passenger seating and luxurious interior. Wheeler Chrysler Plymouth Route 27 and 140, Carroll County's only 5-star dealer.
Need a special tool or a machine? Rent it from Ben's Rental in Westminster. Many contractors know that it pays to call on Ben's Rental. Everything from brooms to bobcats can be rented, and there are hundreds of time and labor-saving devices to be rented, such as garden tillers, post-hole diggers, stump grinders, rug cleaners, and floor polishers, and the list goes on. Of course, if you want to buy a particular item, Ben sells most everything that is rented. Stop in and get acquainted. Open Monday through Saturday. Ben's Rentals, Route 140, Westminster.
Bryan McLean, Ross Burbage back here at Liberty High School in Eldersburg. The Lions and the Cavs tied at 3 apiece. Chairs, Gooding, and Pearsall with the goals for the Lions, and South Carroll with tallies from Bettis, Ryan Wynn, and Jesse Bupert. And Ross, an even matchup so far. Now comes down to perhaps man advantage opportunities. Liberty trying to cash in here.
Well, they're 1 for 1 so far. This is certainly an exciting opportunity for them. Kind of interesting to see a shootout after that slow-down defensive struggle early in the year.
And the quick stick is there. Liberty retakes the lead. No, I beg your pardon. It was off the side of the net. No goal, and it stays tied. Liberty reacted as if it was in, but it wasn't, so we're still deadlocked, but Liberty gets possession back. We're at even strength, but Liberty still working at the goal to our left. That behind the goal, a chance here. And McCready dodged a little bit of a bullet there as Kevin Roy couldn't quite get the angle. Liberty awarded possession with 8:59 left in the first half.
McCready certainly has to be pleased with the angle that goal has been placed on the field.
Tom Friedman coming near side. Being worked on, a ball knocked away by Dave Dennis, creating a ground ball. Pearsall got it back for the Lions. Now Friedman takes a shot. It bounces into the stick of McCready. Nick McCready, the senior, with the save.
And you're not going to get a lot of velocity on those bounce shots. Remember, this grass is wet and the turf is soft.
And Bupert took a shot from Friedman. Now Ted Skokas spots something he doesn't like. And a flag's been thrown. And a slash has been called, a shot to the head.
Looks like Dave Dennis.
And the Lions will have a man advantage for the next 60 seconds. Jeff Alisakis in the black baseball cap, the head coach for the Cavaliers. Andrew Bettis out there. John O'Mealy, Craig Bupert, Rick Cook, and Jason Stansbury are his assistant coaches. And McCready with the save as he denies Martin. Liberty's coaching staff, Coach Piccataggi, the head coach, Steve Gray, Marty Brennan, and Ken Johnson, the assistants. Dennis works it over to Schaefer. Coming in for the Cavs is Pat Wynn.
This is a time to let the air out of the ball and just kill some clock. In the box, out of the box, pass it in a circle. That's what South Carroll's going to try to do. Ball movement, step in the box, step out of the box.
And new middies coming in for the Cavaliers, among them Ryan Vanderland, and actually new defense coming in the man-down situation. South Carroll trying to kill off this penalty.
And they have. It's even strength.
Bettis out of the box, and we're 10 on 10. Schaefer looking for the angle, bounces it in, and the Cavaliers retake the lead. Pete Schaefer's third of the season, and South Carroll leads 4-3.
Unsettled situations have been the bread and butter of the South Carroll program for many years. We have a scrum, we have a loose ball. Schaefer's the man of the moment. He picks it up, he's in the right place at the right time, and he knows how to finish a one-on-one. Not bad for the sophomore at the varsity level.
See the visiting bleachers side with a good number of fans coming over from Winfield. As I mentioned earlier, a pretty good crowd on hand on both sides. Liberty and South Carroll. Gooding and Rabinovich about to face off again. And Gooding has won it. Looking for a break. Gives up to Pearsall. Has a notion. Fires and scores! Just inside the right pipe. Mike Pearsall. His 30th of the season, and we're tied at 4.
If there was ever a way to answer a goal, Pearsall came up with it. He took the ball just a step or two inside the restraining box. Liberty has been shooting outside several times today. They've taken 10 shots. They only have 4 goals. Pearsall, though, right on the mark with that bullet.
A 4-4 tie, 6:49 to go in the first half. And movement before the face-off on Liberty. So South Carroll will have the possession. Rob Onda, left side, Buford behind the goal.
Liberty coaching staff has claimed they've got a few defenses South Carroll hasn't seen yet. We'll have to see how they match up.
Gooding on Rabinovich. Rabinovich with great speed gives up top. And misfiring was Bettis. Ground ball controlled by the Cavaliers.
A nice check by Dave Martin inside to keep that ball loose.
Rabinovich sliding near side, and Gooding with a nice job getting help from Scott Sanders. Bupert's cut off. The shot saved by Sowers. Sowers denies Mike Orr.
That's a big time save. Orr only maybe a yard away.
Point blank redefined. Bupert shoots over the goal. And South Carroll will have it. Bettis near the end line. Rabinovich shoots, and it's wide left. Buford behind the goal.
Scott Sanders checks that ball loose. Nice defense, denying Buford an opportunity to sneak inside as he did in those first 17 seconds.
Yeah, Sanders had a good quarter on defense. And now Liberty with possession. A 4-4 tie. The Lions looking for a fast break. Dave Martin downfield. Had it knocked away. And coming near side to claim it was Adam White. Gooding has a notion, shoots, and he's denied by Nick McCready. Onda almost stepped out of bounds, but gets the pass off. South Carroll, tough angle, and a little chance for Rabinovich. 4:15 remaining in the second quarter. Schaefer back in for the Cavaliers along with Stansbury and Pat Wynn. Coming in for Liberty, Tom Friedman and Tim Chairs. Buford attempts a slide, comes back. Pat Wynn far side, gives up to Bettis, but Bettis lost control. And Tom Friedman has it for Liberty. Friedman across midfield.
Not a fast break. They'll have to settle the ball down.
And Liberty does so.
Looks like a clear out, a one-on-one opportunity.
Schaefer and Friedman battling. Friedman controls. And that'll be South Carroll possession. Liberty trying to create something there, but off the stick and out of bounds of Pete Eppig.
Well, Eppig, it looked like it might have hit into the stringing of the stick, but keep in mind, you know, those sticks get wet, those strings get a little bit tight, and you don't have as much control.
Contact along the far side. Liberty creates a turnover. The Lions get it back. And a timeout's been called by Liberty, so Liberty out of timeouts in the first half. South Carroll still with 2, and we'll step aside with 2:51 to play in the second quarter. We're all tied up. It's Liberty 4, South Carroll 4.
So you need a car or truck and you want to buy that special vehicle from someone you can depend on. Ron's Automotive stands behind all of their vehicles. Such as this 1992 Subaru XVX LS Coupe, all-wheel drive for just $89.95. Ron's Automotive has over 20 years of sales and service experience in Manchester, with mechanics on duty to serve your needs. They also have same-day tag service for your convenience. Ron's Automotive, 4028 Hanover Pike in Manchester, here to meet your needs.
Carroll Community College stands for excellence in quality in courses, programs, instruction, and training.
I credit the Physical Therapist Assistant Program and top-notch instructors for preparing me for a new career. The program is so well respected that I received a job before I finished all of my courses.
Last summer, I was able to take a computer course I needed to complete my master's degree. The credits I earned easily transferred to my home campus without any problems.
I demand a lot of myself, so the honors program is ideal for me. The classes are small, and we have in-depth discussions on a regular basis.
I returned to college to improve the quality of my life and that of my children. An AA degree will give me the credentials that I need for job advancement.
Share some of the same experiences that these students have had by calling 1-888-221-9748. Carroll Community College. No place so near can take you so far.
Liberty possession after the timeout, of course. Trying to break this tie. And down near the goal and misfiring was Roy. And outside the zone, we have a ground ball controlled by Liberty and Tom Friedman. On the far side now, controlled by the Cavaliers, a turnover.
Could be a fast break.
Buford from Dennis.
Give the Lions defense a lot of credit. They hustled back, cut off the break.
And Sowers with the save. Bryce Sowers. Good crisp pass upfield. Tim Chairs. And that one is wide, and they will roll South Carroll possession. 2:02 to go in the first half. Onda Rabinovitz and Mike Gore back in for South Carroll. Coming in for Liberty is Micah Reese. The county championship. Coach Picataggi and the Lions trying to get their piece of the pie, along with Westminster and South Carroll. South Carroll wants it all to themselves. If they can pull it off, it'll be their 12th in 13 years.
South Carroll ball off the Liberty stick.
Rob Onda. Mentioned the South Carroll captains earlier. The Liberty captains, Tim Chairs, Tom Friedman, Kevin Roy, and Scott Sanders. And South Carroll retakes the lead. Bettis has broken the tie. Rob Onda with the assist. It's 5-4 South Carroll.
And you wonder, does Onda have eyes in the back of his head? Were they running a set play? It isn't if Bettis was standing wide open by the crease, he maybe had a step on his defender. Of course, as an attackman, what you look for is for your defender to turn his head, and that's what the defense did. They turned and looked at Onda, but right in his stick, directly in the target. What a beautiful pass.
Bettis now with 11 goals on the season here in '98. South Carroll with a 1-goal lead. Same face-off battle, Gooding and Rabinovitz. Gooding rakes it back into the South Carroll side of midfield, and Liberty controls.
We can see a one-on-one move here.
Ground ball on the edge of the box, and South Carroll controls. Vanderlinden clearing upfield with the pass. Final 60 seconds of the second quarter. Shot. Sowers with the save. It stays a 1-goal game.
And back down they come. Do these guys ever stop running?
This has been a great game in transition. Lots of hustle on both sides. Both teams coming pumped up and ready. Getting prepared for the playoffs as well. The playoffs start in 2 days as McCready makes the save, denying Chairs. Cavaliers with it. Ryan Wynn far side. A timeout's been called, and South Carroll will burn their first timeout. So South Carroll with 1 timeout left, Liberty with none. 26 seconds left in the second quarter, and we'll keep it here if we can. As I mentioned, the playoffs coming up in a couple of days for county teams. The blind draw was determined last weekend, and all the teams make it. Your draw and your seed is based on the lottery ball selection, if you will. And boys and girls doubleheaders coming up this week. Westminster home against Gaithersburg, Liberty at Churchill, and Quince Orchard playing South Carroll. Those games coming up on Thursday the 7th. On Saturday the 9th, North Carroll will play the Gaithersburg-Westminster winner. And in boys action on Saturday, Lansdowne at Francis Scott Key. That game beginning at 1 o'clock. And for you baseball and softball fans, the playoffs start for county schools on Monday the 11th. Francis Scott Key hosting Einstein. South Carroll's at Liberty. North Carroll will host the TJ Linganore winner. And Westminster High School plays at North County. And Ross, these lacrosse playoff matchups with the open draw, you never know what's going to happen. And down the road, maybe some county matchups head-to-head.
Well, what you're looking at, obviously, is your first county matchup on Saturday. Westminster has to be a heavy favorite to be successful against Gaithersburg, and then you're looking at Westminster at North Carroll. Can North Carroll turn things around with a game at home? You know, hey, who knows? It would be a shocker, but you never know. They're certainly optimistic up in Hampstead. And, of course, you're looking at what teams are in what region. You know, by any stretch of the imagination, did we see a rematch of South Carroll Liberty or Liberty Westminster or South Carroll Westminster? Certainly. And wouldn't that be a barn burner with a state playoff berth and either season advancement or season ending on the line?
Happened last year. Liberty beat Westminster and South Carroll in the postseason. Some great contests. Got beat by Mount Hebron eventually, as the Vikings have been a dominant team for a long, long time. South Carroll with possession, 16 seconds left in the first half. They lead 5-4. Wynn has a notion, takes the shot, and Sowers makes the save. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, time running out on Liberty. And that's going to do it here for the first half. End-to-end action. A great game in transition. The county championship on the line. This game has lived up to its billing, and it's a 1-goal game at halftime. Through 2 quarters, it's South Carroll 5, Liberty 4. Stay with us.
This isn't just a car. It's a sign of how far you've come. So if it gets damaged, who do you want on your side? At Nationwide Insurance, we guarantee that your car will be fixed just the way it should be. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Nationwide is on your side.
For all your insurance needs, contact John Bunger in Sykesville and Randallstown, Kevin Inskeep in Westminster, John Paris in Manchester, and David Brawning in Finksburg. Ever wonder how much time and money you could save by improving communications? At Mills Communications, we have a fully equipped mobile laboratory for on-site installation and service.
Hello, I'm Mel Mills, president of Mills Communications, and now is a great time to call Mills Communications. As we are celebrating our 50th anniversary, we are offering you this solution for your communications needs.
Call Mills Communications today at 410-848-8600.
Tonight's JV game was won by South Carroll 9-7, and the Cavaliers going for the sweep tonight. They lead by 1 goal, 5-4 at halftime. Goals for the Cavaliers, 2 for Andrew Bettis, 1 for Pete Schaefer, Ryan Wynn, and Jesse Bupert. And the scoring for Liberty, 2 goals for Mike Pearsall, 1 for Chris Gooding, and 1 for Tim Chairs. Team stats in the first half, the shots pretty even. South Carroll with the edge, 16-13. In face-offs, dead even at 5 apiece. Sowers for Liberty making 6 saves in the goal. McCready had 5 for South Carroll. The extra man advantage, Liberty was 1 for 3. South Carroll did not have an opportunity in the extra man. And penalties in the first half, South Carroll 3 penalties for a total of 2 minutes. A 5-4 lead for the Cavaliers as we begin the second half. Liberty working to our right, South Carroll to the left. And we have illegal procedure on the face-off against Liberty, and South Carroll and Stansbury awarded the face-off. Cavaliers on the attack quickly as Sowers makes the save, denying Stansbury. And Sowers clears out to Freeman. Liberty's been hot lately. They're 7-1 in their last 8 games. They've averaged about 12 goals a game this season. South Carroll 13, and they had a 2-goal game a week ago. And there's another goal for the South Carroll Cavaliers, and Andrew Bettis give him the hat trick, and South Carroll leads 6-4.
Andrew Bettis is on fire. I don't know if 3 goals is his high for this year or not. What a tremendous shot from outside. Actually, this is his 3rd goal of the game. The first one he's taken from further than 2 strides off the goal mouth, skimmed off that wet turf and beat Sowers low.
Bettis now with 12 on the season, having perhaps a career game for him tonight. Bettis, attackman, he's a senior. And the Cavaliers lead 29 seconds into the second half. Stansbury again working the face-off. Coach Alasakis going with a change in the second half. And the Cavs control in Schaefer's stick. And that shot is wide left, taken by Pat Wynn. Bupert looking for an angle, decides to give it up. Stansbury doesn't know where it is, and a ground ball. Now Stansbury tracks it down. Over to Bupert. Bupert has a step, but decides to back off. And another goal for the Cavaliers. And South Carroll leads by 3. This time with the tally is Pat Wynn, his 5th of the season.
Pat Wynn unleashes a rocket, and the ball goes high over Sowers against the grain. Sowers steps left with the pass. The ball comes back against the grain on Sowers and just ripples the net.
Momentum on South Carroll's side right now. South Carroll had 3 in the first, 2 in the second quarter. They led 5-4 at halftime. Now a 7-4 lead. And from the face-off, Rabinovitz and Chairs this time, won by Rabinovitz and the Cavaliers.
Russian, number 27, Pat Wynn with the goal for South Carroll.
South Carroll wins another face-off on the attack. Bupert out to Onda. Onda will set things up.
Whatever adjustment Coach Alasakis made at halftime certainly has worked, because it's been all Cavaliers for these first 2 minutes.
And the Cavs taking their time right now. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mike Orr gets checked aside by Martin. Rabinovich, very quick, trying a little left-handed action, but lost control and taken away by Felmy. And South Carroll comes right back with it. Good play made by Orr, and Bettis was able to get it momentarily. Now it's Ryan Wynn.
Well, the unsung heroes of this 2.5-minute run by South Carroll are the attackmen on the ride. They have been relentless in pursuing the defensemen as they attempt to clear. As a result, Liberty hasn't had the ball in their offensive half yet this third quarter.
Tough angle as Sowers makes the save. He denies Mike Orr. Cavs retain possession.
3 minutes and counting for possession for South Carroll. They've taken 5 unanswered shots. They've won 3 face-offs, and they've scored 2 unanswered goals.
The Cavs with their biggest lead of the game. This game has never gone more than 2. Rabinovich trying to make it 4, and that bounce is just wide. Sowers might have got a piece of it. Buford tracks it down for the Cavaliers. Another Cavalier goal, this time by Ryan Wynn, his second of the game, and the Cavs lead 8-4.
Just total domination in the early going of the third quarter by South Carroll. Ryan Wynn open up top. He unleashes a laser shot. Thing goes high over Sowers. Sowers has been beaten high tonight. Of course, when you got bullets shot at you like that, high, low to the side, it's hard to stop.
Great pass from Buford from behind. He gets the assist. Liberty calls a timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. 6:35 to go in the third quarter. It's all South Carroll right now. Lots of time left. It's the Cavs 8, the Lions 4.
Williams Grove Speedway. Excitement in the round. Whether a spectator or a racer, you won't want to miss 1 minute of the action. Racing every weekend at One Speedway Drive, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. The Eastern Region's premier auto racing facility, featuring the best in weekly sprint car racing. For more information, call 717-697-5000.
High school lacrosse on Channel 3. Bryan McLean, Ross Burbage at the Liberty Bowl in Eldersburg. South Carroll by 4 after that Liberty timeout. South Carroll coming out on fire here in the third quarter. 3 unanswered goals. They have yet to lose a face-off, and Liberty has yet to put a shot on goal. From the face-off, Stansbury and Gooding. Gooding wins it for the Lions. Liberty attacking quickly, and that shot is just wide, taken by Roy.
Liberty.
Tim Chairs checks in.
There's plenty of time left in the contest, and it's important that Liberty regain its composure. An excellent decision to settle down the offense, see if they can work something.
Fight for the ground ball. Vanderlinden out there for South Carroll. And we get a push, and Liberty will have possession. Pete Eppig with a nice job for the Lions.
Quick double team. Eppig loses the ball, but he's been slashed.
He's been slashed. A flag is down, and Liberty's going to enjoy a man advantage.
Oh, they're going to call it a push.
Okay, it's going to be a push. So a 30-second advantage for Liberty. Of course, the slash would have meant 60 seconds. So another man advantage opportunity for the Lions. They've had 3 so far tonight.
Yeah, it's probably a judicious decision by the official.
Liberty.
Lions on the attack. Vanderlinden in the box for South Carroll. Pearsall out top, and the goal is there for the Lions. Scoring is Dave Martin. Martin's 9th of the season. It's a 3-goal game at 8-5.
That's an important extra man goal by Martin. If Liberty is unable to convert, and South Carroll's momentum goes unchecked, this contest could be over by the time we get to the end of the third quarter. It breathes new life into the Lions to have a successful man-up play.
Gooding and Rabinovich will work the face-off. And Liberty back within 3.
I guarantee it's going to get closer than this before this thing's over.
Well, if history repeats itself, this will go down to the wire as Rabinovich wins the face-off for South Carroll. Mike Orr working the point. Goes down to Bettis, but Bettis can't connect. Buper tracks it down. Orr picked up by Martin. Orr with a notion takes the shot. It's over the goal. And 4:49 left in the third quarter. Buper might have had Bettis, but it was a tough angle on the pass. On to being worked on by Reese. South Carroll forced to go out high again.
They've cleared out. It's a one-on-one move.
Orr takes the shot, and he's denied by Sowers, and Sowers will clear it upfield. Tries to connect with Thelmy. Right back to the Cavaliers and Rabinovich.
Again, the unsung heroes, that South Carroll ride. They're doing hard work.
Onda shoots. Sowers save. That was Orr, I beg your pardon. And Gooding now. Upfield for the Lions. Tries to get it to Martin. Martin around his defender. Liberty will bring in Shares, who receives the pass. Epic and Roy on the attack. Donahue comes in for the Lions.
Liberty intentionally holding the ball so they get the midfield change.
Yeah, Adam White also coming in. Liberty now set, looking for a seam. And nothing that time, but we do get a flag. Chairs was hacked from behind. And we'll see if that's the call.
Well, Kevin Roy was open on the crease.
A loose ball hold's been called on South Carroll.
Yeah, the decision was inadvertent flag. The hold was during a loose ball, so all it is possession.
No man advantage for the Lions.
Inadvertent flag without possession.
I think we're going to see a one-on-one move.
Chairs couldn't quite get around Onda. Rabinovich working on Donahue, and he creates a turnover.
Yeah, check the lower hand. That's good, sound, fundamental lacrosse. And now he's on the fast break.
Fast break to Bettis, who scores! Just like that. It all started with the defensive play by Rabinovich, and South Carroll leads 9-5.
Bettis having what's got to be a career game for him. Rabinovich really makes that play. He steals the ball. He runs the fast break, finds Bettis wide open to the goalkeeper's right. Textbook. That's the type of thing they do in practice every day.
Number 4 in the game for Bettis, his 13th of the season. I love the quickness of Rabinovich as well. He is very fast.
And it's good sound fundamentals. Check of the lower hand on the stick. That's what popped the ball loose. Good. Dug low. Got the ground ball. Decent speed. Ran the fast break just like you do the drills in practice.
Jeff Alisalk is trying to forget about the memories he has of this place a year ago, getting beat by the Lions in the playoffs. Controversial call late in the game. He protested. Another penalty was set against South Carroll. Liberty got the man advantage and went on to win that game. And right now the Cavs up by 4 with 2:26 to go in the third quarter. Plenty of time left. Friedman across midfield. Bounces off of Stansbury. Gets some help from Chairs.
Again, there's plenty of time. No reason for Liberty to panic.
Eppig sliding and coming near side. Kevin Roy lost the ball and lost his stick as he was checked by Greg Will. And the Cavaliers come up with it. Clark Griffin, he gets clocked just outside the box. And they will give possession to South Carroll. A loose ball push has been called on the Lions.
Liberty coach pleading his case. The officials indicating, no, it came from behind. I'm sorry, it's a push.
Clock is stopped, 1:25 left in the third quarter. Now Nick McCready will start to clear up field. Vanderlinden all the way downfield. And offside's been called. And now Liberty will have possession.
Just a loss of possession.
And we get a flag called here.
I think we're going to have a push with possession.
Yeah. So Liberty will have a 30-second advantage after the technical foul push. Serving for South Carroll is Ryan Wynn.
Liberty's 2 for 4 so far in the extra man situation, and these opportunities are more and more critical as they trail by 4.
A 30-second advantage for Liberty. Final minute of the third quarter. Dave Martin goes down, and right there to get it is Dennis for South Carroll.
It's a true fast break. It's legit.
4 on 3. Dennis shoots. Sowers makes the save. Now Freeman and the Lions looking for the numbers. 6 on 4. Downfield, open net as McCready came out. And Liberty couldn't get the shot off. And the long stick far side of Scott Armstrong. Now Bupert. Cavs with 12 seconds. Bupert very close to the crease, and it's a crease violation. Old momentum took him into it, and Liberty will have it with 9 seconds. Teams at even strength. Sowers will just launch it upfield. And that ends the third quarter. South Carroll with a 4-goal lead through 3 quarters of play. It's South Carroll 9, Liberty 5. We're back with the fourth quarter after these messages.
Kraus Ford Sales, located in Tawnytown and Westminster, has been serving your transportation needs since 1931. With over 65 years of combined sales experience, Jerry Harris, Carl Ebal, Jay Mulliken, and Tom Kraus offer that personal touch of salesmanship often missing today. At Kraus Ford, they continue that personal touch with a commitment to provide a fair price and excellent service on your purchased vehicle, with an up-to-date service department and certified mechanics with many years of experience. You can be part of a good sales experience at Kraus Ford Sales, Route 140 East, Westminster, or 11 Atrum Boulevard, Tawnytown, Maryland.
Bullocks Airport Inn serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Delight in our daily all-you-can-eat buffet. Bullocks offers a wide variety on their dinner menu, from steaks to seafood, including Nancy's homemade crab cakes. They offer daily specials. On the weekends, try Bullocks Breakfast Buffet. Before you leave, try one of Nancy's homemade desserts, from red velvet cake to apple pie with your favorite ice cream. Every Monday evening on the buffet, barbecue ribs. Every Tuesday evening, Swiss steak. And on Sundays, a full buffet of carved roast turkey, ham, and beef.
Bill Swaggerty here. Now's the time to stop by Wheeler Chrysler Plymouth. See the 1998 Sebring LXI, an irresistible blend of luxury and sport, or the Sebring Limited Convertible with year-round capability. Both dressed with rich interiors, multi-valve V6 engines, and race-inspired suspension. Consider the Cirrus, a perfect balance of safety, comfort, and performance. Or the all-new Concorde with a spacious 6-passenger seating and luxurious interior. Wheeler Chrysler Plymouth through 27 and 140, Carroll County's only 5-star dealer.
Liberty's faithful trying to encourage their Lions. They were pretty much outplayed in that third quarter, getting outscored 4-1 and outshot 12-2. But still very much in this thing, a 9-5 Cavalier lead as we enter the fourth quarter. Bryan McLean, Ross Burbage on hand tonight from the place they call the Liberty Bowl in Eldersburg, home of the Lions. And here we go. Rabinovich and Gooding to face off for the Cavs and Lions respectively. And the Cavaliers win the face-off. Working left to right in the fourth and final quarter. As Orr checks in and he receives the pass.
The face-off's another area of second half dominance by South Carroll. 6 out of 7 in their favor.
Honda around Gooding, takes the shot, and Sowers makes another great save. Sowers got a little bit of help from Scott Sanders, but Sowers again last week with 36 saves in 3 games.
Well, Sowers has held up his end of the bargain. He's had 13 saves tonight. 7 saves so far in the second half. McCready, he hasn't had to save any.
Liberty down 4 with possession. And an errant pass goes out of bounds, and the Lions will turn it over.
South Carroll.
That'll frustrate a coach, frustrate anybody with a giveaway. Greg Will upfield, across midfield.
We had an offsides missed by the officials. Not missed after all. Just took a while for the signal to be recognized.
Offside South Carroll, possession Liberty.
So the offsides assessed against the Cavs, and the Lions will have it. You officials stick together, don't you? Gotta admit, that's...
Well, that's a fair call, though. The lead official watched the ball. The trail official watched for offsides. The communication had to take place.
The guys got it right. That's all that matters. Friedman and Liberty downfield. South Carroll by 4, and that one very errant, taken by Roy, who's been held in check tonight. Kevin, with 30 goals entering tonight's game, has been shut out so far.
Did you sense a tone of frustration in the way that shot was released?
No question.
I think we've got a one-on-one.
Friedman goes right side to Chairs. Now they work it around, coming over to Gooding.
We have it again, the one-on-one matchup, the roll dodge, 1, 2, third man clocks him in the face.
And we get a flag. They'll get Mike Orr for this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, when Orr extended the hand for the check, it wound up being a blow to the chin.
The illegal body check on South Carroll. Liberty will have the extra man.
Liberty's 2 for 5 in those situations.
So Liberty the man advantage, down by 4. Downfield off the right pipe. Epic just missed. And that's not going to work as the pass is errant and Liberty turns it over. Kevin Roy, the intended receiver of that pass. Coach Alasakis working the sidelines.
One of the things that's got to haunt this Liberty team is when it's time to mount your comeback, when you're down by 4 goals at the start of the 4th quarter, you turn the ball over twice in critical situations.
And really both were unforced.
Very costly when you're playing man up.
Big clear from McCready. Trying to work it up to Wynn. And Wynn does haul it in. Just momentarily, though.
We got a slash on Wynn. Nailed him in the back.
And a slash has been called. But it's going to go on the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it was on Wynn.
So Wynn's called for the infraction. And now a 2-man advantage for Liberty.
Yeah, the one-handed check by Wynn into his opponent's back. Very clear-cut decision.
Ryan Wynn and Mike Gore both in the box. So a golden opportunity here for Liberty.
If you score quickly, all that releases is the first penalty, and they would have some more opportunity to play man up.
Again, Liberty shooting themselves in the foot with a pass that takes time off the clock. And one player has come out of the box. That's Clark Griffin. So now it's a 1-man advantage for Liberty.
Well, South Carroll strategically putting an extra long stick in the game.
And that shot intercepted by Nick McCready.
Fundamental ball. Stick up in the air, trying to cut off the pass. He's successful.
Now out of bounds in front of the Liberty bench, and possession goes Liberty's way. 6:05 to play. A 4-goal lead for the Cavaliers. And South Carroll will play Quince Orchard. Liberty will play Churchill in the first round of the 3A, 4A West Regionals, which begin in 2 days. The final regular season game. Shares, has a notion, takes the shot, and bounces one wide.
And South Carroll has killed off a 2-man down situation.
10 on 10. Liberty still has possession. And McCready will bring it in. Kevin Roy not much on the shot with the defense. Now possession awarded to Liberty. Nice check made by Dave Martin. And Gooding will start this possession. Coming in for the Lions, Adam White and Sean Donahue. Coming in for South Carroll is Alec Airth and Ryan Vanderlinden.
When the ball goes out of bounds on the sidelines, a horn can be sounded, and that's a free substitution opportunity for both teams.
Approaching the halfway mark of the 4th quarter. Gooding around Rabinovitz.
Nice defense by Rabinovitz. He stole the angle.
Kevin Roy out top, and Rabinovitz right with him now. Roy fires, and it's wide right.
Liberty.
Mike Pearsall back in the area, so Liberty will have possession. Kevin Roy going right side. Tries to come back to Donahue. Liberty spending a lot of time on this possession. The shot is too high. Misfiring was Roy, and that stops the clock with 4:06 to play.
And Liberty defense coming up big in this situation.
Roy bounces one to Gooding, who tracks it in.
Quick double team on Eppig.
Eppig to Gooding. Gooding has a notion and fires wide left.
Discussion. Liberty.
Mike Pearsall will bring it in for the Lions.
In 7 shots this quarter, Liberty has only put the ball on the goal 1 time.
And now a turnover near midfield. The Cavaliers come up with it. Hustling downfield is Vanderlinden. Cavs looking for an opportunity. Bupert looks toward the goal, shoots and scores. And it takes just 1 shot for South Carroll, and they lead by 5. And
Bupert,
that one's big.
Well, he's got the shoulder fake, he's got the stick motion, caught the defenseman lunging the wrong way. Beautiful bounce shot off the turf, sneaks into the far corner.
Bupert's 18th of the season, his 2nd of the night. A timeout is called, and we will take a break as well. As time beginning to wind down on Liberty, perhaps. We'll wait and see. 3:22 to go here in Eldersburg. It's South Carroll 10, Liberty 5. Stay with us.
Liberty timeout.
Need a special tool or a machine? Rent it from Ben's Rental in Westminster. Many contractors know that it pays to call on Ben's Rental. Everything from brooms to bobcats can be rented, and there are hundreds of time and labor-saving devices to be rented, such as garden tillers, post-hole diggers, stump grinders, rug cleaners, and floor polishers, and the list goes on. Of course, if you want to buy a particular item, Ben sells most everything that is rented. Stop in and get acquainted. Open Monday through Saturday. Ben's Rentals, Route 140, Westminster.
So you need a car or truck and you want to buy that special vehicle from someone you can depend on. Ron's Automotive stands behind all of their vehicles. Such as this 1992 Subaru SVX LS Coupe, all-wheel drive for just $89.95. Ron's Automotive has over 20 years of sales and service experience in Manchester, with mechanics on duty to serve your needs. They also have same-day tag service for your convenience. Ron's Automotive, 4028 Hanover Pike in Manchester. Here to meet your needs.
Hopefully some playoff coverage coming up for you next week and the following week on PB3. We'll keep you posted. And we're not too far from South Penn League baseball action on Channel 3. The Tawnytown Cardinals and the Carroll County Rangers during the months of May through August. And some other features coming up like drag racing and demolition derbies, Ross's favorite.
All right.
Check it all out this summer on Prestige Vision Sports. Ross Burbage and yours truly back here, Bryan McLean, on hand tonight from Liberty. And the Lions, Ross, really taking the Cavaliers, I should say, really taking control here in the second half.
They really have, and it's been a night and day thing. The Cavalier offense taking control in the 3rd quarter, the Cavalier defense stepping up big in the 4th quarter, Liberty being shut out on both ends.
And South Carroll wins the ensuing face-off, 3:05 to go.
South Carroll in no hurry to take the ball to the goal.
New midfield line comes in, among them Pat Wynn. Now, the big story of the game was South Carroll controlling the second half early with a couple of quick goals, and Liberty had a few opportunities but didn't put any real quality shots on goal, and those 3 turnovers real costly. Stansbury takes the shot and Sowers makes the save. Tim Shares. Liberty's just got to start putting the ball on the net.
Yeah,
we have
flag
a flash
down.
coming up. Penalty coming up on South Carroll.
I think we had an offsides.
Okay, Liberty's just got to make a move toward the goal, then they'll get the man advantage unless they score. And Kevin Roy, his shot is unsuccessful, and a slash has been called on South Carroll, so the Lions will have a 60-second man advantage. It's been called on Ryan Wynn. The timeout tally, by the way, Liberty with none, South Carroll with 2. 2:07 to go. Liberty the man up, down by 5 goals. Nick McCready denies Pete Eppig. We heard that up here. That shot hit the stick and caromed beyond the end line. Chairs fires, another save by McCready. And the Cavaliers have it. Scott Zilka scoops downfield. 1:30 remaining.
And we had a loose ball push. South Carroll will take possession.
Loose ball push, Liberty, possession, South Carroll.
Now, in the last 2 minutes of the contest, once the team with the lead steps in the box, they have to keep it there.
South Carroll calls a timeout. They have 1 remaining and will step aside. So stay with us. The Cavaliers in good shape, it appears, right now to get that county championship back with just 1:20 left. It's the Cavaliers 10, Liberty 5.
Carroll Community College stands for excellence in quality in courses, programs, instruction, and training.
I credit the Physical Therapist Assistant Program and top-notch instructors for preparing me for a new career. The program is so well respected that I received a job before I finished all of my courses.
Last summer, I was able to take a computer course I needed to complete my master's degree. The credits I earned easily transferred to my home campus without any problems.
I demand a lot of myself, so the honors program is ideal for me. The classes are small and we have in-depth discussions on a regular basis.
I returned to college to improve the quality of my life and that of my children. An AA degree will give me the credentials that I need for job advancement.
Share some of the same experiences that these students have had by calling 1-888-221-9748. Carroll Community College. No place so near can take you so far.
Cavaliers burn a timeout, discussing strategy to work off the final minute 20.
Liberty with double teaming the ball, and successful.
And it works as they create the turnover. Nice efforts by Micah Reese and Justin Felmy. So Liberty will have it. Quick clear downfield, kind of a hope, and scooped up by the Cavaliers, Ryan Vanderlinden. He gave it back to his goalie. And there's
we're going to have an altercation.
And
good job, referee.
Lots of contact in midfield. Will Gunther laid a hit on one of the Lions. Scott Sanders was
miffed, shall we say?
Not too pleased.
I'm sure you got to say, "Hey, Will, what are you doing?"
I'm sure Jeff
that's what he said.
Ellisakis is saying that too.
Yeah.
You're up by 5 with a minute to go. That's the last thing you want to do, is stop the clock and give your opponent the man advantage. Not much time left at this stage in the game. 60-second advantage for Liberty. Off the pipe, Kevin Roy just misses, and that's kind of an example of what's going on for Liberty here in the second half. It was a 5-4 game at halftime. And Liberty finally capitalizes as Pete Eppig scores. That's his 20th this season. It's a 4-goal Cavalier lead with 35 seconds to go.
Maybe a bit of a consolation prize for Eppig. At least he's in the scoring page. Might be a case of a little bit too little, a little bit too late.
Assist, number 25, Dave Martin.
Martin giving credit for the assist.
South Carroll 10, Liberty 6.
And here we go with Gooding and Rabinovich as South Carroll starts to celebrate their 12th county championship in 13 years. They owned the county from 1986 through 1996 before the Owls knocked them off last year. Westminster and Coach Jim Peters won the county title a year ago. South Carroll fans chanting county champs, and they will be in 17 seconds. Rabinovich down to Buford. That pass goes beyond the end line. Liberty will have it. South Carroll and Liberty will split their regular season meetings. Perhaps they'll meet again. You never know how the playoffs will shape up in 1 week. Both teams in the 4A, 3A West region. And it's all over here in Liberty as the horn sounds. And South Carroll has themselves the victory and the championship of Carroll County. South Carroll now 10-4, 7-1 in the county. Liberty drops to 7-5 and 5-3. The Cavaliers win it by 4, and we'll step aside and come back with our post-game show. Bryan McLean and Ross Burbage saying, stay with us. The final score from Eldersburg, South Carroll 10, Liberty 6.
This isn't just a car. It's a sign of how far you've come. So if it gets damaged, who do you want on your side? At Nationwide Insurance, we guarantee that your car will be fixed just the way it should be. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Nationwide is on your side.
For all your insurance needs, contact John Bunger in Sykesville and Randallstown, Kevin Inskeep in Westminster, John Paris in Manchester, and David Brawning in Finksburg.
Ever wonder how much time and money you could save by improving communications? At Mills Communications, we have a fully equipped mobile laboratory for on-site installation and service.
Hello, I'm Mel Mills, president of Mills Communications, and now is a great time to call Mills Communications. As we are celebrating our 50th anniversary, we are offering you this solution for your communications needs.
Call Mills Communications today at 410-848-8600.
South Carroll's averaging 13 goals a game this season. They come up with 10 tonight. There's a big game for number 13, Andrew Bettis, 4 goals and 1 assist. And South Carroll has the county championship back, their 12th title in 13 years, as they beat Liberty 10-6. Bryan McLean, Ross Burbage back here for the post-game show. A close first half. The Cavs led by just 1, 5-4, but came out on fire to start off the third quarter and played inspired lacrosse. Liberty, a few mistakes, Ross, a couple of sloppy turnovers and so forth, and South Carroll took control.
Well, you talk about how did things come out in the third quarter. For 3 minutes and 25 seconds from the opening faceoff of the second half, the ball never got on Liberty's offensive end. South Carroll with total domination. They took 7 shots in those 3 minutes. They scored 3 goals. All of a sudden it was 8-4, and Liberty really never recovered. South Carroll won all 4 faceoffs in that span. By the time Liberty could take the ball back down the field, they did score 1 time on an extra man opportunity. They had 9 opportunities. They only scored 3 in the extra man. And from there, after South Carroll came out with such offensive dominance in the second quarter, they wound up out shooting Liberty 12-2. Or excuse me, in that third quarter. We get into the fourth quarter. Liberty gets the ball down the field. They settle down. They try to run their offense. They take 7 shots. 6 of them aren't even on the cage. They wind up denied. They take 11 shots in the fourth quarter. They score 1 goal. McCready comes up with 4 big saves in the last 5 minutes. You know, it's a question of South Carroll offense, domination in the third quarter. South Carroll defense, domination in the fourth quarter. Obviously, there was a lot of heart. There was a lot of pride. There was a lot of effort on the line. And I don't know what adjustment Coach Alasakis did at halftime, but it was one heck of an adjustment.
Big adjustments by Coach Alasakis. And again, South Carroll takes control in the second half. Andrew Bettis with 4 goals and 1 assist. Ryan Wynn and Jesse Buper with 2 goals apiece. Pete Schaefer and Pat Wynn tallied 1 for South Carroll. For Liberty, 2 goals from Mike Pearsall and 1 from Dave Martin, Tim Chairs, Pete Eppig, and Chris Gooding. The team numbers shape up like this. South Carroll outshoots Liberty by a final margin of 31-26. Saves tonight, Bryce Sowers of Liberty making 14 saves. Nick McCready of South Carroll made 9. Face-offs won by South Carroll, a big advantage in the second half. Overall, it was 13-6. In the man advantage, Liberty 3 for 9 tonight. South Carroll without an opportunity because Liberty was not penalized this evening, and South Carroll's penalties did mount up from time to time. 9 penalties for a total of 7 minutes, but with the win, South Carroll now 7-1 in county competition. They have the county championship. Overall, they're 10-4. Meanwhile, for Liberty, as I mentioned earlier, 7-5 and 5-3. Ross, both teams get ready for the playoffs now in 2 days. Quince Orchard will meet South Carroll. Liberty gets ready for Churchill.
And this is certainly a great stepping stone for South Carroll. What great momentum going into the playoffs. And, of course, for Liberty, they know they can hang with South Carroll. Now, if Liberty wants to get that chip off their shoulder, because this is a tremendous source of pride for them, the fact that they feel they belong on the same field and they deserve the same respect that the South Carroll Carrolls and the Westminsters get. The only way you're going to attain that kind of respect is to handle yourself well in the playoffs.
And both teams this year, they win their road game head-to-head. They split their 2 games, and as I mentioned earlier, they could meet again in Class 4A, 3A West. Keep in mind, Westminster getting set for Gaithersburg, and the Gaithersburg-Westminster winner will play North Carroll. So South Carroll makes it 12 in 13 years. They are the county champions for 1998. And stay tuned to Prestige Vision Sports for more details of what our plans will be later in the month of May. Ross, as always, a pleasure. This was our 8th season together, and looking forward to the postseason.
Yeah, very exciting way to wind up our 8th regular season together, and hopefully we'll get some exciting playoff games.
We'll see what happens down the road. I want to thank Ken Johnson, the athletic director here at Liberty High School, also coaches Sal Picottaggi from Liberty and Jeff Alasakis from South Carroll. I want to thank you for watching High School Lacrosse on PB3. Once again, the final score tonight is South Carroll improves to 10-4. It was the Cavaliers 10, Liberty 6. For Ross Burbage, I'm Bryan McLean. We'll see you next time on Channel 3 Sports.